So when Abram entered Egypt, the Egyptians saw that the woman, she's lost her name, the woman was very beautiful. When the officials of Pharaoh saw her, they praised her to Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. And for her sake, he dealt well with Abram. And he had sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male and female enslaved peoples. They say slaves, so I'm going to say slaves, but it's enslaved peoples in our language. But when we dehumanize on this, a notch or two, it makes it easier for us to think about these humans not as actually really human, right? So she belongs to Abram. She's lost her name. She's been handed over. And I love that line, for her sake. He dealt well with Abram. I mean, was she just really good in bed? Is she good at helping him get up? I don't know. Or is it just because she was beautiful and he was really thankful for another beautiful woman to look at and have sex with? I don't know. But I think it's interesting the way they say that. But the Lord afflicted Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. Again, just so you're tracking, that's not what the narrative has led us to expect. Pharaoh hasn't done anything harmful. He is actually being very kind. Right? So what's interesting to me is the number of Christians who read this story through the lens of Abraham's lack of faithfulness because of what happens in chapter 22, and then also how Abraham is read in the Christian tradition in the newer testaments. So he's read through this lens of faithfulness or lack of faithfulness and lack of trust here. And it's really redirecting us from noticing the other things that are going on in this story that I think are actually quite interesting. The Lord afflicted Pharaoh because of Sarai. So Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this you've done to me? Why did you not tell me she was your woman? Why did you say she's my sister so that I took her for my woman? Here's your woman, take her and be gone." And Pharaoh gave his men orders concerning him, and they set him on the way with his woman and all that he had. So Sarai, from beginning to end of this story, is a piece of property. She is treated that way. Did you notice she doesn't get a single line she doesn't get a single line in this entire story. Did you notice that? She also loses her name. Like, she's property. This is the woman allegedly married, right? In our language, we would say they're married to Abraham, and she just got passed back and forth. Okay, I also, as I said, I have a really hard time getting students to believe me when I say Pharaoh had sex with her. There's no reason to expect otherwise. I understand why people want to believe that that the Pharaoh didn't have sex with her, because people are thinking in these very, not just puritanical sexual frameworks, but I mean, also that the Bible is holy and good and perfect, and God would not let that happen to Sarai. But guess what, folks? Why not? It is on the level of being ridiculous to expect that he wouldn't have. And in fact, that's why I try to kind of be playful about, for her sake, he dealt well with Abram. He really enjoyed her, okay? Listen to the sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male and female enslaved people, female donkeys, camel. Like, that's a serious wedding gift, right? Bride price, right? I mean, that's a nice gift of thank you for this woman. And now we have a partnership between you and me, Abram. That's what that is.